Good evening. This is Axel Post News Service, and I'm bringing you the truth that they don't want you to hear. Today, we report... Good evening. This is Axel Post News Service, and I'm bringing you the truth that they don't want you to hear. Today, we report from the still recovering site of our very own Axel Post News skyscraper, which alongside is still under construction. Car Guard Tower was struck by 2 aircraft a year ago. A tragic event? Yes. But let's look at the facts. 12 innocent lives were lost, including our fearless news anchor Tessa Parker, who, get this, was on air reporting about the incoming planes that would take her life. Mere minutes later. Chilling. Coincidental? Or is there something more sinister at play? The culprits. Well, of course, the mainstream media doesn't want you to hear this, but reports suggest the planes allegedly piloted by, you guessed it, 2 privileged liberal college students jacked up on their parents' trust funds and unchecked entitlements, stealing their mommies' and daddies' jets to go on a little joyride. And where did they aim? Right into the heart of journalism. Right into the voice of the people. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Now, before we move on, let's talk about something really interesting. RFH Jr., rest in forgetfulness, passed away from dementia just a year before this attack. Do you think it's just a fluke that right after his death, chaos erupts? Look at the pattern, people. When a strong guiding figure passed, the leftist elite seized the opportunity to unleash their destruction. Think about it. In other news, finally something good. A new firehouse has been constructed. That's right, folks. Amid all the chaos, something productive actually got done. About time. In other news, economic sanity returns. King Edward Emerald fights back. Our great and wise King Edward Emerald has imposed new and improved tariffs on both the so-called United States of Texas and China. That's right, no more getting ripped off by these economic leeches. The king is putting our nation first and protecting our industries and ensuring that our people benefit instead of the globalist parasites. You love to see it. Royal drama. Former king kids go shopping with their moms? Now, for something truly disturbing. Former king Kevin Carson's kids were spotted shopping with their mothers. Yes, you heard me right. Shopping with their moms. What are they, 5 years old? This is the problem with weak leadership. Our kids are growing up in a soft and coddled environment instead of learning responsibility. Real leaders don't have time to go browsing handbags with their mommy's dearest. It's embarrassing. But before we finish up this segment in our news, we actually have our very own, our very finest, the king himself, actually in the building right now. Let's cut to those cameras real quick. Hello, everybody. I'm actually here with the king right now. Please, Mr. Edward Emerald, introduce yourself.
Well, as you know, I'm Edward Emerald, the king of this beautiful country. We've done a lot to, make sure that the country is working as well as can be. We're doing a lot of things. No other king has done as much as I have. In the span of 5 years, I've done more in 5 months than King Kevin Carson ever did in, his 30 years of being king. So what kind of questions do you have for me today?
Actually, let's talk about, let's talk about how former King Kevin Carson, R.I.P., he's dead. Let's talk about his kids going shopping with their moms.
All right. I think it's okay. I've gone shopping with my grandkids before, but we shouldn't glamorize it. Like my grandkids, they don't like being on the news too much. They don't like being all that. Maybe the little one, he likes doing that. But my grandmother, she doesn't like it too much. And I think it's okay. But since King Kevin Carson, he was such a polarizing figure in our...
Yes, he was very corrupt and bad, and we dislike him.
He was the
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, he's one of the worst.
Wait, he was very bad, correct?
Yes, he was very.
Very good. Good. Okay. Let's actually talk about the passing of your wife and how are you handling that?
Well, we were together 46 years. Love of my life. I've been handling it pretty well. I haven't really processed it yet. And I've been just working, and I've been taking my mind off of just working and stuff. But I know as soon as I get it all off this, I will definitely want it, and I will try my best to and make sure that she is provided for her family and give her the respect that she deserves.
That's truly admirable, sir.
Very much. She was the love of my life, and I try my best to make sure that she is remembered.
Let's actually talk about the future of this country. Where do you see it going? Since you know that your term's ending very soon.
I received a lot of criticism recently for the things I've proposed. As you know, I signed 2 executive orders this morning to introduce tariffs on China and the United States and Texas. And since they responded, they said, if you put a 10% tariff on us, we're going to put 25% on you. And I said, if you're going to do that, then I'll put 1,000% tariffs on you. They have yet to respond. But we need to make sure we're trying to bring back things domestically. We're trying to do that. And they kept sending us their illegal immigrants, their fentanyl. They kept sending us their weapons. We don't want that in our trade. We're trying to get rid of that. That's not a very good thing to have. And also, the schooling cut government funding for schooling, and people criticize me for that too. But here's the thing. Only for the Ivy Leagues, only for the big ones, the big schools, the big ones. I'm making big executive orders. Kevin Carson, he had small ones, really small ones. I had big ones. We did the big ones. And, every time I see one, it's like, oh, that's a big one. And I'm like, oh, they're big ones. And I have good people who tell me their statistics all the time, really good people. And we had funding for the government programs, but only for 6 months. 6 months. And the reason for this is because 6 months we could have so much more. I know this because the people that do my numbers, they say, a great job. And the people, they say, I'm not talking about it. I took a test. And I got into the test. They haven't seen those numbers since Albert Einstein took the test. And I really understanding the repeat 3 of them. And it was hat, fan, and bed. And they asked me a couple more questions, and they said, what is the answer? I said, hat, fan, bed, or fan, hat, bed. And if you did it correctly, bonus points if you do it quickly and in order. And I did it in order. I did it really well. And, yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Wow. Truly great. Our king is very smart and very on top of his game. We'd love to see that for Adrian. Well, folks, that's the end of this segment. Thank you, Mr. Edward. King Edward.
Yep. You have a great day. It's a pleasure being with you. Very much a pleasure.
Okay, so that's all, folks. Keep your eyes open and keep your minds sharp. And never trust the narrative they want you to believe. This is Axel Post News Service signing off.